Hey, hey!
Hey,
Monday.
Monday. What's up, my brother? Man,
Man,
happy
not a
Monday.
whole lot.
Man, it feels like it's been 2 weeks since we've done a show.
It
That's
has
crazy.
been 2 weeks since we've done a show. We got to 20 episodes and we're like, we need a day off.
No, right? And it happened to fall on a very important holiday,
Yeah,
Memorial Day. So we decided to spend some time with friends and family and celebrating those who have served and given the ultimate sacrifice. So thank you
absolutely.
to all of our service members. And yeah, so we decided to take a weekend off. So what's up, Postman?
Postman, we got Mr. Jacob McGee. What's up,
What's
fella?
up? Jacked up Leatherworks in the house, right?
Dude, did you see that organizer thing that he posted? It's got like a notebook inside it and a business card holder.
Cool stuff, man. Was
I'm
that
I'm
was that was
definitely
that was that Nathan out of Louisiana?
was it Nathan? Oops. If I shouted out the wrong person, I greatly apologize.
They're both badass. They
Both
are both.
badass.
Yep, straight up. No, it's
But
all good.
Mr. Danny Yukon.
What's up, Mr. Purdy? Good to see you, my man. Good to see
Got
you.
to hug this guy's neck this weekend in West Virginia with
Yes.
Mr. Ray Norcross.
Yes, I'm excited to talk about this weekend here in a bit too.
My
What's
lovely
up?
wife.
Good to see you. Your lovely wife. Love you, girl. No, it was kind of nice. I'm not gonna lie, man. I know we're trying to be on it every week and make sure we've got some cool stuff to share with our friends and family. But it was kind of nice. I'm not gonna lie to have a week off and just kind of, you know what I mean?
It was.
Um,
And we talked about doing some pre recorded stuff. And I was like, you know what? Let's enjoy our time with our families and honor this holiday. And let's let our viewers honor this holiday. And so we just decided to make the announcement that we weren't going to be on. And I think it worked out. Gave us all a breath, gave us all time with our families and time to think about what the holiday was about. And
yep.
now we're back.
Now we back. Yeah. No, it was good. I agree. I mean, we were kind of on the fence. Do a pre-record, which you've never done. What's up, Miss Cammy?
So this might be good to introduce kind of what we do here because I think we're gonna have a lot of viewers tonight coming in for Jay because Jay and Scully Cap Mafia is gonna they have a huge following, so I think we're gonna see a lot of viewers that we are not normally in here.
Which is
Um,
awesome. Which is
Absolutely,
awesome.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So we are part of a beard and mustache club, and we compete nationally for charity and community events, doing all kinds of fundraising, beard and mustache competitions, which all the proceeds go to charity. We do volunteer work. We're out here in our communities putting in work as well, and we're just a really tight group of bearded brothers. It's pretty much a family. What we do here on our show on the Bearded Family Network, our show Bearded Business, is try to highlight different businesses or organizations that operate, are part of, donate to the bearding community and give them an opportunity to spotlight what they really do as they support us. So if you're tuning in to CJ, about the Scully Cat Mafia, that's kind of what we're doing here. You're going to hear us talk a little bit about a competition we were at this weekend and the money that was raised. So maybe it'll inspire you guys to do some charity and community work yourself.
Absolutely. And great plug, Andrew. Great to have you, man. Great to have you. I think our dear friend, Mr. Taxi Phil, calls it the 4 F's, right? It's family, it's friends, it's fun and fundraising, right? That's what it's all about. And man, I'm still playing that damn new card, bro. I got a couple more months left to do it.
Nope.
August will
You
be
got a
a
vesting
year.
show. It's revoked.
I'm done. I'm done. But I tell you, that's what has pulled me into this awesome group of brothers and sisters that are just trying to do good shit and have some fun and, you know, raise money for charity for these causes that are out there. It's not the large organizations that are across the nation where, a couple $1,000s, which is monumental, doesn't move the needle for those large, huge, charitable organizations. But how do we help those local food banks? And yeah,
Help the people helping our community.
yeah, we could go on and on about the types of organizations we've helped been a part of, and I just love it, love it. I mean, it's such a great cause, great people doing good shit, which is what we try to do good shit.
Do good shit. So
So speaking of that, and some competitions, what'd you do this weekend, if I can
We
ask?
we done good shit, man. We done good shit.
Yes, we did.
We
Yes, we did.
traveled to the Appalachian Beard Fest 2 in where? Where?
Gent, West
Gent.
Virginia.
Gent, West Virginia. I was going to butcher that for sure, so I threw the heat on you.
No, you're good. You're good.
Went
But
and had
before
a
we jump into that,
okay.
real quick, I got to put a plug in. My
Oh
weekend
yeah,
started a day
yeah.
earlier. I actually took a day off Friday, and if you guys know me, I don't take vacation days. I work through them, and I give it all back to the company. That's what I do. But I took a day off Friday, so Thursday night I was able to go with my daughter and visit my son at his new tattoo studio in Nashville,
Yes.
Indiana, the Redbird. So yeah, that's my son in the middle, my daughter over on the left there, and yeah, my weird ass on the side if you can't tell. But no, it was cool. They had open house, grand opening Thursday and Friday. But that's super sweet. I mean, he's been working his tail off,
He
getting his
had, man.
tattoo studio set up, and I mean, got a chance to help him out. Getting TVs hung and shelving. And so, yeah, that was super cool to be able to be at least a part of that. Wasn't able to be there Friday, but yeah.
Yeah, man.
So
That's huge. Coming from somebody who tattooed for a long time, going into a new studio is like almost like turning over a new leaf. It's a fresh start. And so,
Yes, sir.
so I can appreciate what him and Matt and Bridget are doing over there because it's a lot of work, but it's a huge reward because you do spend so much time and effort inside a building. It becomes part of you. So
Absolutely. And I tell you what, it's not your typical, studio when you walk in. I've had the pleasure of being in a couple. I've gotten a couple tattoos from somebody's, kitchen table. So I've seen all sides. Absolutely.
we're about an hour from Nashville, well, 30, 45 minutes. We're in Columbus, Indiana. I know you said your husband had a beard, and it seems like you're gung ho. So Beard Mob Indiana wants to talk to you.
Absolutely. No, that's awesome. Hour
Oh,
away.
yeah. We'll do that. We'll definitely be
backyard.
talking, Kevin.
That's hollering distance right there.
Yeah, we can about yell at them people. So
Absolutely.
So yeah, man,
that
that's super cool. We got the shop going. He's finally open. I know he's been working forever. I know he went through all the apprenticeship stuff, and then about the time he got to working, Buffon. By the time he got to working, they moved studios, so he's gonna start fresh after the apprenticeship in the new studio. So it's exciting time for him for sure.
Yeah, man, I'm super stoked. He is as well. So anyway, enough goofing on that element of it. But yeah, West Virginia. Holy smokes! What an awesome comp.
Man, the venue is just one of my favorites. Big Whisker's always up at the top because of the venue there. But this Appalachian Beard Fest, the venue's beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
It's hard to beat the ability to have a hotel room and a restaurant and the comp venue like within 10 paces of each other. I mean, you grab a chair out your room and sit on the front of the rooms and just be present, dude. I don't think I even opened Facebook but like once until Sunday when I got back home. I mean, it was just I logged in to look at some pictures from the open house at the shop. You know what I'm saying? But no, I mean, I was just so engaged and involved. Got to have so many great conversations.
Jim Jones, you're invited to anything we're doing.
Absolutely. Good to see you.
And if you mean you hadn't seen it yet, I'll send you an event link for it here shortly. Anyways.
Yeah, it's gonna be good stuff. But speaking of West Virginia, I got a couple pictures we can roll here.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
So here's me and Stinky. We're showing off the the awesome koozies that
and those koozies.
Yeah,
made by Mr. Mark Enstrom at the Bearded Flamingo. Just stopping in.
That's right. Good timing right there. Bearded Flamingo, Mark Enstrom, he and Miss Carrie. Yeah, in case y'all missed it, I'm selling those for Shave for Prostate. I got those images and air fresheners too. So that's shameless plug. But yeah, we stopped on the way. Picked up Mr. Shooter Johnson right there in the middle.
Yeah, myself, Ohio.
Yep, myself, Mr. Big Stanky, Mr. Kyler Waller there at the restaurant.
Man, the
It's
food.
yeah.
Let's talk about it. It wasn't like bar food. It was legit good ass food.
Oh my God, dude. I mean, yes, it was good food. It's not just French fries and cheeseburgers. They've got, yeah, the menu was amazing. The craft whisker battle, right? Took place on Friday evening.
Yeah.
Um, that's what 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 really struck me. Miss Sandy Jones competed, which I didn't realize this at the time, but until she mentioned it, I think Saturday at the comp, she'd only participated or competed like 4 times since she's been involved, and I thought, how cool is that? I think she took second place in the craft whisker battle. So I could be incorrect. So apologies if I am, but congrats, Miss Sandy
Yeah.
Jones.
She doesn't compete often. I wouldn't know numbers, but it's a very rare thing to see Sandy compete. So it's always
Yep.
awesome when she gets up there and has fun.
She's such an awesome human being. I mean,
So much.
I love her and Taxi as well. But Saturday morning, man, I tell you, I ain't gonna lie. Friday night probably pushed it a little too far. Got a little, enjoyed the festivities and the frivolities. You know what I mean? But yeah, early the next morning, we all got up and we went on a coal mine tour of an exhibition coal mine there in Gent, West Virginia, or actually, I think it was in Beckley, but
It's in
um,
Beckley. It's a good
yeah,
time.
it was cool. Tour guy was cool. There's a couple pictures.
There's
There's Mr.
Fern and
Shooter.
Shooter.
Yep. There's your daughter, Miss Fern, yourself, Miss Megan. Probably not the greatest picture, but I'm in a damn mind for God's sake. So don't
Weird.
judge my selfies. I had
And
somebody
we're
tell me earlier.
tattooed car.
Yeah, I had somebody tell me earlier. You need to learn to take better selfies. It's like fuck. I'm just trying to figure out how to work Facebook, let alone a selfie. I don't even know. I ain't got no selfie sticks.
I'm
So
just
this
making
one
picture memories.
exactly. So there's another picture. We came out for daylight. That was some good stuff.
Good
Uh,
time.
and the Whiskerinas. I tell you what, I probably took more pictures of all the Whiskerina contestants of anything because I don't know. That's one of the things that I love so much about this, inclusive group of folks is. But Miss Meg, and I know I just saw you reach and grab them, but check this out.
So I know we always give Orton a hard time about being backpack carrying all Annabelle's trophies, but I don't know. Maybe I'm starting to become a fanny pack because Miss Meg brought home two more
Yo,
Prego trophies this weekend. She got the second place realistic and third place creative. So she's got like 3 times as many trophies as me now. So
no, that's super cool. And man, she rocked 2 categories in the same comp, which is just impressive as hell. I
it's so
mean,
crazy, especially when the categories are so close together and they're the breaks are kind of wishy washy. Are they 5? Are they 10? Are they 30 minutes long? Because I mean, when you put that stuff to your face, it's kind of a time crunch.
yeah. Well, I know. I mean, speaking of that, we did get a little bit of rain, and so it kind of delayed the start of the competition.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to some of the guys that were doing the freestyle. It's like, come on, we got to get this thing rolling. I need to get this shit out of my face. You know what I mean? So, yeah, there was,
Yeah,
but
that
there was,
humidity hell.
but there was a solid 30 minutes at intermissions. There were 2 intermissions, and like nobody's going anywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're all right there at the same spot for hotel rooms and such. So at least that provided a little bit of additional time for people to get prepared and such, right?
Yep.
But speaking of, I do got a picture of Mrs. Meg's,
Yeah.
creative right there.
It was Meg's birthday Sunday, so she done a birthday themed beard. She done a creative birthday themed beard last year, so it's kind of her thing for West Virginia now.
Hell yeah! What's up, country?
And then
Yeah, that
so
was.
all
And
of her balloons had prizes in them, so the judges got to pop a balloon and get a prize. So I
no,
thought it
that's
was just crazy, crazy creative. Now the big
no,
white balloon, believe it or not, is a pinata. It's full of confetti and candy as well. But when it got moved indoor, we thought that could be just a bad mess. So didn't do the pinata movie.
hell yeah, hell yeah. No, it was cool as hell. And I wish I had the foresight to get up front and take a picture of her popping the balloons, but I was sitting in the back, trying to snap a couple photos. But there was another. I tell you what, there was some amazing Whiskerinas, and I don't
Oh,
want
always.
no, whatever to anybody else who competed. But there was one that jumped out to me. If I can.
Oh no, I mean it would be a disrespect not to highlight this thing.
Oh my goodness, Mrs. Orton. Holy shit, she did a full like coal mine deal, and it was unbelievable.
I mean, it was
I mean,
form fit to her face.
yeah, and poor girl couldn't see walking around. Thank God Andrew was helping her not trip and fall. But I mean, there was train tracks and there's like literal coal miners inside of her beard. Like
Working.
no, it was just super duper impressive. I couldn't. I don't know what that thing weighed, but I don't know if I could have handled it on my face as long as she did. That was pretty badass. I just ain't gonna
And
lie.
like Miss Meg just said, the detail was just incredible.
Yep. Yep, and I think Cynthia took first in creative, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
If she didn't, she probably should have. Yeah, functioning coal mine beard. Yep, super cool. Agree. So I guess I mean to kind of
Fabs, stranger danger.
well, what's up, Fabs? Hey, Fabs. Fabs 20 will save you 20%. I think it's probably what's coming next in the comments. I don't know, maybe.
Fab's got all kinds of shows all over the country. So.
Absolutely. So to kind of wrap up some of the award, well, real quick, I gotta plug this right here.
No, you got it.
I got a chance to take a pic with Mr. Wayne Patmore, Mr. Travis Drenner. I was able to pick up one of the auction items for the rug that Travis made, and I'll show that here in a minute. But that's also the first patch that he and Jess have put together for their company making rugs. So, man, talk about winner chicken dinner, man. That was cool as hell.
Yeah, every time you show me that picture, you're like, yeah, that's the first one, like asshole. We get bent on merch, man.
We do, both of us. I mean, yeah. You know what? About 10 months ago, I had like 4 T-shirts, and I've got about fucking 15 now because
I just had to quit buying T-shirts, man. I had to quit buying shirts. I'll buy a patch, I'll buy a pin, I'll buy a button, I'll buy a rubber duck with your name on it. But so many T-shirts.
Yeah, we both have a love for supporting other clubs as well as repping other clubs. So I mean, it's what it's all about. Spread the love, right? Yeah, but yeah, let's check this out right here. Beard Mob Indiana bringing home some hardware, by God.
Ooh, look at that.
Look at Big Stinky placing in the goatee. You got Miss Meg, as you mentioned, taking second and third, and creative and realistic.
What's all that stuff you're wearing?
Yeah, right. Holy shit, dude. So I don't know how, but so first off, yeah, mustache category. I was the only one, and I almost thought about saying, hey, to the organizers, Chris Hall, Chris Parent, just kill the mustache category, call it a donation. You know what I mean? Because it's just not as fun when you take the stage by yourself. So, but
understand, but you also got to understand the trophy's done been bought and paid for. So
yeah, so that's perfectly fair. But what really surprised me, brother, and I tell you what, I'm still trying to absorb it. I don't know how, but I was honored with taking best in show. So I mean, I don't understand why or how, but I mean, holy shit! Look at this hardware I was able to pull home. Like I said, first in stash, but that whole best in show and the belt buckle just it floored me. It floored me. I had a couple folks come up and was just like. Some words of gratitude and words of I don't know. It was just like, but look at this damn
man. It's like a breastplate.
It's probably a foot taller than I am because I'm really tall. Chicken Wing, I know you're on here and we're about the same size, brother. This thing's taller than we are. I'm just saying. So just wicked cool, man. I never would have thought or guessed or whatever. Just never would have thought, but. That I don't know. I'm just super humbled and appreciative to be selected. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have words. I'll be all sappy and shit, but it's pretty cool.
It's an honor. It's always an honor.
I mean,
when your peers give you an award like that, it's a huge honor.
And that's how I think of it is, how my peers feel of me. And so that's just what, I don't know. After I come off stage and I was like just awestruck talking to you and Miss Meg and Jiggy was standing right there. And I think I felt myself getting all watery eyed. And she's like, "Are you gonna cry? Don't cry, you pussy. I'll make fun of you." And I'm like, I'm just overwhelmed. I mean, that's just I don't know. It was just
Mike said he'd be wearing that thing to the supermarket.
Right? Yeah. If I could figure a way to get it to hold up and not be a quarter of my height, it'd be like, yeah.
You gotta wear it with a bodysuit, bro.
Oh snap! The Silence of the Stash with a big belt buckle on the. Yeah, there you go.
Edit the parental advisory sign for that belt.
That's an interesting
Johnny
idea.
Rodriguez, if you're watching, I'll get a hold of you tomorrow.
I do need to get
all right, man. So yeah, hell of a weekend. Good times. Always great down there at the Appalachian Beard Festival.
Yep, we got it. We got raised what
5,250. Yeah.
Yep. $5,200 for charity. So everybody that was there,
everybody,
way to show up. Way to show up. Great time. Definitely won't be missing it next year. It's my first opportunity to do it, but holy shit, ain't gonna miss one. Yep.
So
great venue.
All right, man. Let's get into what we're gonna talk about tonight.
Yes, I'm excited to talk about this cat. What's up, Miranda?
Yeah. So we got Jay coming in from the Scully Cap Mafia. Honestly, I just recently joined the group myself. I was talking to Jacob McGee. He told me about the guy who runs this thing. I was like, let's get him on here. So without further ado, let's just bring Jay on to tell everybody who he is and what he's about.
Let's do it, man.
Happy Monday, sir.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good. How are you doing, brother?
So glad to be here. I appreciate you having me on. This is an honor for me because I've literally never done a podcast in my life. So I appreciate just this opportunity and share the group, man.
Right on. Well, hey, we're only 21 times ahead of you, so we don't have that much in front of you.
You can catch up fast.
I get to be number 21. Okay, I like that. I know we got some. I think we got some Mafia members watching, so hopefully I don't make too much of a fool of myself. But
absolutely, we're glad to have
you. Or whatever you guys want to hear about, I will try to do. I'll do my best to help and to just talk it out and tell you what you want to hear. And so
that's pretty much how we roll. We just talk it out. So
yeah.
I guess where we start though is just who you are, where you're from, what you're about, and what you're here to talk about. Kind of tell us who Jay is.
So So in 2020, we were going through the pandemic, and I had acquired probably, I would say, 11 caps, and I had them all laid out on my bed one day, and I was trying to figure out which one to wear. And, is it the outfit that makes the cap, or is it the cap that makes the outfit? I was asking myself all kinds of crazy questions that obviously the pandemic created because we had time back then. And so what happened was, I said, man, I wonder if other people have this problem. I wonder if other people have this many caps. And that wasn't even a lot back then. Like now I've got 80 plus caps. I know that there's people out there in the group that have over 100. We had a guy that had probably over 200 caps at one time in the group. And so I found that I wasn't alone. And I think a lot of the appeal for the group came because, it was called the Mafia. I didn't call it like Scally Cap fans group or something, you know what I mean? It all had to do with the name. And people kind of gravitated toward it. And the first people that gravitated toward it were really cool. Like the first guy that was literally number one, he's no longer in the group. He disappeared. I'd like to think that he rode off into the sunset on his motorcycle, but he had this biggest black beard. He looked like a pirate. And he was just very, and his name was COVID-19 backwards. So however you want to pronounce that, he was number one in the group, and he lasted for a good probably year, but he really helped to promote the group, and he was just a badass, and he just had tats and muscles, and he just was and then all these other people just started to join the group, and some of them are my moderators now, which I will definitely want to shout out at some point, because there's been people that have been with this group since the beginning, and they have been nothing but helpful in how it's progressed from, like we talked about before this started. It's not just a cap group. It's a kind of a lifestyle group, a way of life.
I got you.
And so all of the companies started to join. The major cap companies in the world, like Hannah Hatch, Strakowski, Mulligan, all of these different groups that are major names in the game started to join and participate. So it kind of became a monster over time, because it just kept on growing, and I'm blessed to have started it. It's just one of those things where you don't know what you have, and until it's right there in your face, kind of staring you down, and that's it can be scary sometimes. So
absolutely,
because we're almost to 10,000 members, and it's 2023. We started in 2020, so we're getting there.
Sometimes all it takes is a good idea, man, to around here we say you can't get wet if you don't jump in.
Right.
So if you get an idea, you bounce off one or two people to make sure you're not totally insane, and then you just go for it.
Right. Yeah. And the thing with this group, the ideas come from the members. So, you had what were your F terms? Fun,
family, fellowship, fun, and fundraising.
So we are style, class, and respect. So SCM equals SCR, style, class, and respect. Nice. And we try to maintain that as much as we can. As we grow, it becomes difficult. There's no doubt about that. But the moderators and I really try to work out, what's acceptable, what's not. And we don't make everybody happy, but it's definitely one of those things where, we're trying to be inclusive to everyone. And that's kind of the reason that we were so polarized back in the COVID days, as a country, and I wanted zero politics. And so that was one of the things that kind of, I think, helped at the beginning. And, sometimes they creep in, but we really try to maintain a just style, class, respect across the board, no matter who you are. If you don't like something, just click by, go by it, scroll down, don't worry about it, so.
Well, and to be clear, I don't know if Taxi's watching, but those 4 F's is something that I heard from him. So I'm just, I absolutely agree and support, and
well, I'll give credit to.
That's not Ron or I kind of coining that, but I mean, I think it certainly embodies what we do on a regular to support our community
as a bearding community.
From a bearding community standpoint, right? So,
and I think
just full disclaimer, we're not taking.
No, we're not taking credit for that
disclaimer. Style, class, and respect came from a guy named Chris McGarry, who is out west, southwest, and it's just kind of stuck. And it's that kind of mentality where they care enough about the group to add in and create the tenets that we have kind of come to know. And that was very early on. That was in the first year. So I'm proud of what's been built because of the good people that have supported me and supported this thing that seems to be blossoming even more as time goes on. So
right on.
It's
crazy,
amazing,
man. It's
to
crazy.
see the bonds that you can make with people that you've never met. Like you've talked online, you've worked on projects together, you've worked on marketing together, you've worked on that, but you've never met. And then you do meet them, and hey, yeah, they've become close to you just from an online community.
with that in mind, we've had meetups. We've had meetups in Indianapolis. We've had meetups here in Toledo. By the way, I'm in Toledo, Ohio. And,
I was going to ask where you're from. So thank you.
Yeah, the crossroads of I don't know, everything, I think, because you can get to Detroit, you can get to Chicago, you can get to, we were a mafia town back in the day because of the access to the larger cities. So that's kind of where that idea came from. But where I was going with that was, we've had meetups in Indianapolis, in Boston twice. We've been to Nashville. That was just last year, I think. They're also blurry. For good reason.
I'm sure if they're anything like our meetups.
Yeah. So we're going to have another one, hopefully in Boston again, and that's usually the Labor Day weekend. And then our third anniversary, the third year we've been kind of born here. We're thinking about maybe doing another meetup here in Toledo in September because I made it the day after my birthday. I wish I could have said it was my birthday, but September 15th is my birthday. I created the group on September 16th. So I think I thought about it on my birthday. And then next day I was like, let's start up a group, nothing else to do. COVID's got me stuck in. So, but that's kind of the background. And it just kind of blossomed from there. And I've had good mentors and say James Mulligan, who owns Mulligan Gear, Jason Albert, who's one of my moderators. He's my good friend. Manuel, he's out on the West Coast. It's just this crazy, and we've all met in person. That's the thing. Like we've had these meetups, and it has been incredible to forge these bonds that I never thought I would make through an online community. And
truly incredible.
Think about on a daily, if not weekly basis. So it's been amazing.
No, that's impressive as shit. And I was going to ask kind of what was the genesis of the idea. And you mentioned having your attire laid out, what makes the outfit, or, does the hat make it, or does the outfit make it? Right. And
right.
So I appreciate you kind of covering that. But I also think that, there's so many people in the bearded community that are Scully fans. I mean, it's like, yes, I'm not wearing one at the moment, but hey, I did try one on for the first time not too long ago. Look, I'm going to overlay it real quick. But yeah, look, I mean, I don't look.
You look good.
Yeah.
Rock it.
But yeah, what you got there? Look at that.
This is one of the second pins that I had created by a artist, and his name was Josh Mindlin. He's out of Cincinnati. So this is a big kind of canvas that I have down here in this is called the Cap Mafia HQ is where it's my basement. And so we have that, and just created pins and merch out of it. That was the second pin that I kind of created. And this was the first pin that I created. He was also the artist, Josh Mindlin. He's awesome. Awesome. Yeah, there it is. And,
right
and it's one of those things where, having some cool artwork backing your kind of your concept helps so much, so, and then it kind of blossoms there. I've got a whole bunch of pins. I like to think that I want to be a cap company, but on the other hand, I'm kind of like a support for the community that I've created, in that I'd rather see a t-shirt that actually says what we are than a hat that can be anybody's. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I would love to have a label inside a cap. That's a goal eventually, but I wholesale caps on the side for, sales and things like that. But those don't go as much as the t-shirts and the pins and the stickers and the coffee mugs and the stuff that I just kind of put out there. So people just want to represent in their own ways.
Well, I think it's like what you go ahead.
You're saying the same thing. You're selling a lifestyle.
Yeah, it's exactly what I was getting ready to say. It's like it's part of that lifestyle. And Jay, you'll get to know that Red and I, we ended up finishing each other's sentences half the time,
right?
Because we share half a brain sometimes. But yeah, you're creating that kind of lifestyle and a similar avenue or medium that people can go to and with like minds and celebrate and support. So I dig that, man. I dig it.
It's one of those things where, like I said, you don't know what you have, and it just kind of it gets bigger and bigger, and then it gets a little scary at a point, and with 10,000 members, we know there's a lot of sleepers in there, and we know that there's a lot of but it's a very active group if you haven't figured it out. Like every morning I wake up, and maybe it's because it's me, but SCM is the first thing that I see, and I think a lot of members, that's what they see as well. So
I've actually found myself participating in the photo stuff and stuff, because I don't do a whole lot of that because I'm on so many pages, like the main Beard Mob site, our national site. I post pictures and stuff on there, but Jay brought me into the Scully Cap Mafia page, and it's another page that I found myself sharing because I do like coordinate my outfit and my hat. And
so beards are a subset of our or like a subgroup of the entire thing. Like we've got beard guys, we got mustache guys, which I want to throw out Stephen Tedeschi. He's down in Nashville, and he's got an amazing mustache that he can twist up, and he's got the every piece and part that he's one of my good friends and he's very close to my heart. Like that's the thing. Like I'm putting these names out there because these are people I've met just because of these groups, but they look like you guys. They look like me, you know what I mean? It's an everyman type of thing. And this cap goes with beards, like beards go with cigars, like cigars and bourbon. It all goes in this kind of cyclical type of, universe that guys seem to become a part of, the Scallyverse, as Jesse Lamb likes to call it. And so, I've really I've made sure to like think about all of that when it comes to the designs that I'm creating through artists, but also even the newcomers who might be outside of those typical groups. Like we've got all kinds and all types, and females, the ladies.
Oh,
they are awesome. I want them to participate even more.
Miss Meg owns more hats than I do. Thank God we're the same size.
I was just sitting here contemplating as you were talking about bourbon and cigars and such, and I'm like, that is not just a guy thing. I mean, so I'm a beer only kind of fella. I actually came home from this weekend with 2 bottles of bourbon, both of them raffle items that I had won, and I'm like, I don't drink bourbon, but I know plenty of ladies that do, right? Yep. And it's not just that male centric kind of vibe, right? It's the ladies that also, and I'll be quite frank, I think the ladies can be a bigger driver for some of the fellas because it's such a community, right? It's a communal environment to where everybody's welcome, everybody's thoughts, ideas, viewpoints, whatever.
Well, again, it's that respect piece. It's that respect piece that, and believe me, we have thrown out people. We have had battles with people that just don't
doubt that in the least.
And it's been ugly, and it will continue to be that as we grow. However, I do believe that I'm gonna, the one thing with politics is that there seems to be 2 sides, right? These days, I consider myself very middle of the road. And that's why I feel like I'm okay with maintaining what we've maintained, because I can accept a lot from everything. And so I think my moderators do the same thing, or at least they hear what I'm telling them that I want them to accept. And they've done a great job. But I'd like to think that that whole piece of style, class, and respect kind of runs through the how we work things and how we talk about things. That's one of those things. It's like, is this a little bit left or right of center? Like, do we need to get rid of this? Do we need to shut down the comments? That's always a debate, and
it's hard in a group.
It's not easy. No. So
There's
my
my wife
regular
in the
job.
bottom. She says she loves her Scullies.
What's that?
Yeah, no,
My wife in the bottom saying she loves her Scullies.
Nice. Is she
No,
part of the group?
I don't know. I
We
feel
need
bad
to be
now. I
more-
should know.
Oh, Megan Rice. We need more ladies in the group that want to rep. So please do.
so
But-
I mean, we don't need to make it all political, but I absolutely agree with it. Post whatever you want on your own page. Your views are your views. My views are my views, and I can respect yours, and you can respect mine. But in a certain group, then let's keep all the other bullshit out of the way. You know what I mean? Left, right, center. I mean, let's all do the collective good. That's where my focus is at, right?
Tell me a great 8-panel summer cap. I'm wearing one. This is an 8-panel that's called the Mo Money, and it's by Bronner that I actually sell, and it's all cotton. So this is someone just I can see your questions, I guess. So
Yeah.
but you're wearing a 6. That is an 8-panel because that's a Peaky from BSC. So
Yeah, I love the 8 panels. They seem to fit my head the best. I have the whole Rose series, and they're all 8 panels. But as soon as it got hot, I was like, okay, I got to put the roses away.
Yep.
So I started with this Black Pearl, and I think I just ordered a Cape Codder. So
yep. No, I brought my first. This is my first cap from Target.
Nice.
And it's a 6-panel, and then I have this Hannah hat. Hannah hats. If you want a quality hat, Hannah. But this is my second cap, and I bought it on Amazon, not knowing what I had. So
That's
that kind of
awesome.
started it all. Like, and I don't know why I bought them. I never was a baseball guy, like a baseball cap guy, and I was like, I want to put something on, at one point, and then it just kind of blossomed there back in like 2009. So
my whole life, I've just loved hats, not baseball caps, not flat caps, not cowboy, just hats. Like I
I got
have
most of my hair,
so many hats. Like I just love hats. And then, I got hooked up with the bearded community. I've wore flat caps pretty much my whole life on and off. I got pictures from when I was a teenager and everything, but when I got involved in the bearding community, that's, I don't know. We showed up at the comp and probably, I would say 15. As soon as you walk in, you see 15 caps. It's like, so it's pushed me to wear them more than I used to.
So it's crazy because like once you get one, you got to get another. And, and then you start noticing them, like, how when you buy a car, you're like, I love this car. Nobody else has this car, but then after you buy it, you see that truck, car, whatever it is, everywhere. It's like
on your way home from the dealership, you've seen
exactly.
15.
So what we did was, and I don't have one with me, but in all of the purchases, especially hats and pins, I'll throw in some cards that say "Welcome to the family," and you're as a member, you're supposed to give them to somebody you see. They're called Scally in the Wild is what the hashtag became. And
right
so
on.
it's another piece of art by Josh Minland, who created this dog like a wolf with a cap on, and you're supposed to give these cards out to people you see with the caps on and say, hey, join the group. There
you go.
Become part of the family. A lot of members have joined because of that. So
well, look right here at Andrew's comment.
Well, I know Andrew. Yeah, Andrew I met at a festival that was actually this last weekend a year ago, at the OWE festival, I believe, Andrew, if I'm correct. And he's been part of the group ever since. So
nice.
And he's gotten some. I've done some deals with Hannah Hats of Donegal. So we've done some
custom stuff there.
Custom stuff that
nice.
I'm pretty proud of. This was one from Poe.
Oh, right on.
Christopher Poe.
I like that.
And actually, this one's mine. He actually made it a little bit different because it says "boss" on it, but it says in black. It will say SEM on the back. But it's one of those things where, like I said, people want to collaborate, and and they just want to talk like you guys. I'm so happy that you guys reached out, and it's one of those things where you create something and it just makes you connect to more people. And my experience has been everybody's been great. They've all been good people, so.
Right
No,
on.
man, we were glad to get you on. Jacob McGee had mentioned it. I had just recently become a member of the group there on Facebook. Of course, I'm addicted to hats now. Hi, my name's
No, you've always been addicted. You've always been addicted to hats, much like I. But you found an itch for another.
Now I've branched out for a season of flat caps, you could say.
Well, and you start off with Boston Scally, I'll bet, right?
Yep.
Like
and
I said,
now I'm starting to
the
see
gateway
some of these
drug.
other brands.
Yep.
Like I'm dying to order a Swisher.
Yeah. Oh, Swisher. Yeah. So Swisher, Todd Swisher is one of our moderators, and he puts out good products, and he does t-shirts, and
cool.
he's really been focusing on the hats. He does fedoras as well. I don't like to say that word too much. No, I'm just kidding. But he's a good dude, and I've met him. We've partied together. It was crazy. We don't remember it, but it was awesome. So,
that's probably my next hat purchase. So
yeah,
look out for my order if you're watching the show.
Oh, he'll
off since we threw your name out there. That'd be perfect.
So Dave Maria, I want to mention the Maria family. He's just commenting right now. Is Dave and Mike and Wayne. Wayne actually has been one of my artists, and he did this Scally Cap Mafia public house. It's backwards. That's
nice.
Weird. And
you got to point the opposite direction, man.
Right. And he created a lot of my t-shirt designs for the States and things like that. And that's Dave's dad. I've met them all, and they love baseball out in Cape Cod. And, again, one more thing that I never would have been a part of if it weren't for this group. And these artists, there's so many artists out there that are willing to work and do good things for you. So if you guys need any artwork, let me know. I got some good guys. Chris Majewski, who's down in Cincinnati, actually. He created a lot of my work as well, especially my Halloween pins. He's great at like the kind of like that dark and scary stuff. Yeah. So those are my three major artists: Chris Majewski, Josh Minlin, and Wayne Maria. Those are my guys, and
very nice.
They've done some good work for me. So,
it's funny because we have like a group of. It seems like every subgroup has their own group of little artists that do, because a lot of the artwork in the bearded community are done by the same handful of guys. It sounds like it's the same thing for you guys. So that's kind of cool.
Yep, they're all part of the group.
Mike, I've been looking at the Newsboy. Been looking at it.
Nice. Yeah. And look at the beards on these guys that are even coming up in in the comments. Some of the major beards that we have in our group: George Prout, Richard Yorty, Jesse Lamb, Jeremy Rule of Forged Beard. I don't know if you've heard of them.
Yeah.
He's in the group. So, it's one of those things. Joe Morrow, Dan Rude, he's out in Alaska. It's crazy. Like, we're worldwide.
Well, any of you Scally Cap Mafia beards that are watching want to get into the bearded community, doing stuff for charity and community, we would love to talk to you. You can message me or Mr. Stash, or Jay can get you in touch with either one of us as well. So we'd love to talk, do good shit. We get out, we get to show our facial hair off, we get to hang out with some friends, and we get to raise money and help our community. So
exactly. So
I know
for you, because we got a lot of beards
in the group.
We got a lot of beards in our group. So
I bet you do. For sure.
Typically, they got a cigar in their mouth too, like looking badass.
There's a lot of beards I come across every weekend that are rocking a cap of some sort that is not a ball cap, right?
Scott McFarlane, he's my boy. I've met him. He's out. He's working on the pipes and always on the road. And he's got the big mutton shops. Another community part of our kind of a subgroup is our kilted members.
Yes.
Scott being one of them. So I'm so glad I'm seeing all these guys that I, have met, and they're kind of my foundation as well. Never doing this before. It's nice to see some names that I recognize and they're watching. So
there you go. They're all supporting, which I think is a testament to the kind of the family type environment or organization that you're pushing, man.
Yeah, man.
So we're happy to have all the first time viewers on as well that are supporting you. So no, I
hope they stick with you too. I mean, I'll promote you guys. You guys are in the group, so you want to, as far as I'm concerned, you're a company, so you are allowed to promote your wares and your merch and your podcast, because just put a cap on. That's how it. A lot of times people say, well, this isn't Scally related, but blah blah blah. It's like, well, it is, because you're wearing a cap in the picture, and you're telling a story. That's what's all about.
So my one question, I usually have plenty, but when you mentioned that your kilt wear, is it a kilt or a dress? Because we have plenty of fellas in the beard community that wear kilts, and it's always the big question: is it a kilt or is it a dress?
Well, you would get into a fight with a few of our members, because it is definitely a kilt. And then if you ask them, what do you wear under your kilt, and they say they're boots.
There you go. That's the definition, essentially, right?
That is it.
Yeah, under your kilt, is it? Yeah, is it your sneakers or your boots? Yeah, but there's something
it's only
else.
Your boots. I've worn it.
I did see bib overall kilt the other day. I might be able to rock it that way.
There you go. It's all about your leg. I have one. I've worn it out in public with other people kilted, but I'm not one to just go around and just do that. But there's a lot of guys in the group that wear them for the weekend. So, hey,
Yukon always coming up with good ideas. Maybe we can plan a meetup and a beard comp kind of at the same
absolutely.
time.
There we go.
That's genius. Yukon, you're on it, my man. Thank you. That's a great idea.
So you're in Indiana, Red and Stash. Where are you? Indiana as well?
Yeah, we're about Red and I are about 20 minutes from each other. Yep.
What part of Indiana? Because we've got members in Indiana right now watching. Cammie Rogers, who's one of my, and John are one of my.
I just seen her comment. She's about 30 minutes down the road from us, so I told her I'd be in touch. Her and
Terre Haute area, I think. So
we're in Indiana.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm literally 35 minutes from Indianapolis south, and then about an hour north of Louisville. So we'll call it an hour each way to get to downtown Indianapolis. Hour south, north of Louisville, hour north. So, you know what I mean? So right south central.
Cammie and John Rogers are down in India. They've been moderators since the beginning, and they're part of the network and part of the foundation of the group. And the thing that I love about the members is that sometimes I feel like they take it more seriously than I do. You know what I mean? Like they're like, what are we going to do with this guy? And I'm like, so my regular job is I'm an assistant principal for a very urban district. So I deal with some bullshit, I deal and I see some stuff. And so I think that's why.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah. It's like I call it urban warfare education some days, because I've been bruised, I've been battered, but
no doubt.
One of the things is I think I can maintain kind of normalcy because I'm able to deal with that kind of stuff. And it's like, everybody calm down. We're gonna get through it. We're gonna handle it, and just kind of be that voice of evenness and reason. So
absolutely. Yeah. And I think old Jacked Up Leatherworks just put a comment in there about yes. Yeah. Scully Cap Mafia beard comp. There you go, man.
We should do it.
Got to be in my 6-hour window because I got to be there.
Yep. Absolutely.
Well, we've been to Indianapolis before. Toledo's not far away either, so
you're not
figure that out.
No.
And then you get the tri-state area with Michigan and even Pennsylvania. We have had Pennsylvania. We've had people from Boston come to Toledo, so
Yeah. Well, and we aren't scared. We aren't scared to drive. We usually try to stick within that 6-8 hour window. But I mean, earlier this year we were in LaGrange, Texas for You Matter 2, and we went down to Louisiana for Mob Fest 6. So we ain't scared to make a road trip out of it. You know what I mean?
I was up in Syracuse too. We made a trip to Syracuse.
So
That's right.
that brings up one of the things that has kind of been a response to this whole thing. You bring up Texas. Texas has one of the biggest Cap Mafia chapters in the nation. They do their own meetup.
Bigger in Texas, right?
You're right. They've got a giant chapter that is very active. Thankfully, they all make me a member of their subgroups, and so they're all
awesome.
very cool. Texas is awesome. I want to go down there. I've never been there. I always think Ohio's mini Texas anyway. So
we got a pretty large group chapter in Texas. We have a pretty large presence with Beard Mob in Texas as well. So
yeah,
right. That's awesome. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, like you said, everything's bigger in Texas, including their beards and everything else. So
everything else. Yep.
Jay,
sure.
Man, I appreciate you taking time out of your Monday evening to come chat with us.
Dude, my pleasure, man. You guys are awesome. I'm glad you're part of the group. So
I knew you were kind of nervous coming on. I tried to tell you we're pretty laid back people. So hopefully you felt welcome and felt comfortable. I'm sure we'll have you back sometime if you guys ever have anything going on, fundraisers, promotional stuff, a meetup. We'd be more than happy to bring you on, let you push that out.
Hit us up.
Anytime. I'll promote you guys as well. So you guys are awesome. So thank you for what you're doing with all the charity work as well. That's amazing. And just keep doing what you're doing, guys. I'm happy to have you part of our family, and we're part of yours now. I guarantee you guys are going to find our members joining your stuff too. So that's
awesome.
what it's all about.
Awesome. And that's what we hope we can reciprocate as well, bro. Is how do that's what we're all about, is how do we help spotlight and highlight and drive information and acknowledgement to those in and around the community. So I freaking love it.
All right. Love you guys.
Yep. Love you.
Thanks
all.
for having us, man. All right.
Thank you so much, man.
Yeah.
We'll see you soon.
Hey, have a good one.
You too, man.
Hell yeah. Great
Awesome.
guest, man.
Dude, awesome. No, what a cool dude. He's doing some good shit, right?
Yeah, man. That's what it's about. He's built a community. He's keeping a community centralized. He's keeping a group of people talking to each other. Like, that's a huge task, is to keep people together for any common cause, like not just a beard group or a cap group. Just getting people together for a common cause is a chore anymore. And so I like these organizations. I like these, families of people with the same understandings and hobbies and interests. And it's just really cool, man. It sounds like he's definitely got something cool going on. It's growing quickly. I'm happy to now be a part of it. I'm definitely glad I found the community. So.
Now we've been talking a little bit. I'm getting a hat. I'm gonna burst the bubble, and it's probably gonna expand my already too big hat collection. But
let me know, because sometimes when you buy multiples, you catch a better deal, and I'm always down for a new one.
Right on, bro.
I hope my wife's not still watching.
I'm gonna say let me know, because you're probably getting ready to make your next purchase here any minute. But no, for sure. Who knows? Maybe the next episode you'll see me wearing a Scully or one of the other awesome brands that was also mentioned. No, it's pretty cool. I really dug some of the personalized logos that he showed. No, that's cool. That's cool.
Oops, I'm busted.
Oh, yep, you are busted.
Okay, so let me get my bearings here. I don't want to keep everybody too late tonight on a Monday, but there's a bit of breaking news.
Breaking news? What the what?
So in my hand, I have a Bearded Theater patch.
Oh, hell yes.
And a Bearded Theater sticker for Beard Mob Indiana, Bearded Theater, August 12th in Columbus, Indiana, sponsored by Mad Viking. Many other sponsors for categories and stuff. We appreciate all the support. We were able to get patches and stickers made as comp merch. This is the first year we're doing comp merch. Johnny Rodriguez just knocked this logo out of the park. Several people asked me immediately if we were getting patches, so we felt that we should get some patches. So, not for sale yet. This is a teaser. Not for sale yet.
Teaser. You're such
But
a
hopefully
teaser.
by this weekend, these will be on sale. These will be $10 a set. Get you the little sticker and get you the patch. So be on the lookout for that announcement, not only on my page. I'm sure Stash will share it, Beard Mob Indiana page. Pretty much anywhere you can get on Facebook, you're going to see that thing for sale.
Oh, for sure, man. The logo, like you said, shout out. I know Bizarre Designs was on earlier, but yeah, Johnny Rodriguez, appreciate you, my brother. But some great logos for what's going to be an amazing competition. I'm
excited.
I'm so excited. We got beverage suppliers locked down last week. Yeah, it's gonna be badass. It's gonna be badass. I can't express that enough. We've been saying that for months, but August 12th, Columbus, Indiana, Bearded Theater. If it's not on your calendar, then why the hell haven't you marked it on your calendar yet? So
write that shit down.
Yep, we got hotel rooms.
Yep, Jesus.
Yeah,
block of hotel rooms. Information's on the event page. They marked us a certain number off. They said if those filled before July, they got 10 extra rooms waiting for us if we need them. So accommodation shouldn't be a problem. Hotel is like 4 blocks from the venue. There's 2 bars, 1,700 restaurants. It's a good part of downtown. Stash, Mr. Mike Baker has a question, so let's just lead on into that, my friend.
Yes, sir, Mr. Baker. I'll post another thing. I'm like I mentioned, we were talking backstage. I'm terrible about it. I've got koozies and air fresheners of both this design and our group design from. I don't have a sticker up here next to me. Yep, but from our group image, our group entry, if you will, from Mob Fest 6. $10 a piece. Everything's going to Shave for Prostate. You can see the PayPal down below at Shave for Prostate. Shoot whatever you want over. Message me, and then I'll get your stuff out in the mail this weekend. I'm going to the post office every weekend, Friday or Saturday. It just depends on my schedule, but I'm covering postage. I've got the cost of everything covered. And all proceeds go to Shave for Prostate. We've got some pretty amazing milestone. Well, first off, it's an amazing organization for men's health. Shave for Prostate, bring awareness to men's health. But I mean, we've got folks that are shaving full heads and mustaches and beards. I mean, holy shit! Our goal is $4,000, but you know we're gonna do live shaving on the stage. Yep, somebody's gonna go chops, by God, but. Yeah, Mr. Baker, hit me up. Hit the PayPal up. We're trying to keep things on the level, so I don't have access to the Shave for Prostate. So Red and I are constant communication daily, but we'll as soon as you hit me up,
are also for sale.
Yep, address and all that good stuff. Yep, we've got patches for sale as well. But yeah, just trying to raise some cash on the side for an outstanding and important organization. So yeah.
So we got the koozies, the air fresheners, and the patches. Just when you PayPal, one at the bottom, right? If you're buying a koozie, an air freshener, or a patch, and then your address. He's shipping air fresheners and koozies once a week. I'm shipping patches once a week. For those who ordered last week, I ended up in the hospital on Friday, so they'll go out tomorrow. Sorry for the delay. Had to happen. But they'll be going out. I'm going to try to go out every Friday. And so,
yeah, shame on you for going to the hospital, for God's sakes.
I tried, man. I tried.
I'm kidding you. I hope you're feeling better, my brother.
I'm getting better. Just health stuff. This is a fun one coming up. We got the charity bowling tournament going on with the Hoosier Beard Alliance down in Jasper, Indiana. That you can theme your bowling team even. Not that we are, because we never theme anything.
Yeah, right. Yeah. No, check that out. Hoosier Beard Alliance, Jasper, Indiana. The 14th, that Friday, there is trivia. I think it's like a 6-person spot you can get a entry for, and there's karaoke later in the evening, and then Saturday is just the bowling event with group themed if you want to show up as a group theme, which maybe we might, maybe we won't. But yeah, no, check it out. That's really close, especially to where we're at. But it's a non-beard comp, but it's going to raise money for a great organization. So yeah,
it's a bearding event with no competition, so no pressure. Well, I guess there'll be plenty of pressure if you're into bowling. We already know our team ain't coming with no trophies, so we're gonna have fun.
Yeah, we're not looking for strikes and spares and turkeys and all that kind of good stuff. We're just looking to have some damn fun.
Well, I might take a turkey if they're giving them.
Well, I was talking like 3 strikes in a row. You know what I mean? Turkey, bowling. Anyway, I'm not a bowler.
Yeah, I mean, I have no clue. So, Mr. Stash, is there anything else we forgot to cover, my man?
Man, I don't think so. Outside of the fact that I love you, and I love everybody that's watching, tuning in. I appreciate Jay popping on from the Scully Cap Mafia. Yeah,
everybody who popped on from Scully Cap Mafia, we appreciate you coming in, and love to see you back. Come join us next week. We're pretty laid back, have a lot of fun. You might learn something. We do say something educational once in a while, but you'll definitely learn about some great businesses and some great folks doing good shit out here in their neighborhoods and their communities. So
yeah, that's what we're all about. Excuse me. That's what we're all about. Doing good shit and trying to recognize everybody in the community. So, yeah, I hope. Love you. You know, one thing we're gonna do. We didn't do the intro, so let's do it as an outro, and then we'll call it a night. How about that?
All right. I love y'all. Happy Dun Day Monday. We'll see you next
Monday. See y'all soon. Do good shit. Love you.